Wow, stories.
Am I the idiot for telling my husband to choose between me and his lying friend? Am I the idiot for cutting off my husband's friend after he spread lies about me? My husband and his friend have been mates for many years. That friend used to be my colleague. He is married. Before I even knew about my husband's existence, I would hang out with that colleague on breaks. I considered him a decent guy and a friend. His wife also knew about me. Then that friend would say, "Do you want a lift? Do you want to get lunch out?" This was my mistake. I didn't think anything of it at the time and said okay. In my eyes, it was completely innocent, especially as he told me his wife was aware. In fact, I told him to invite her to lunch, but he said she declined. My friend then said one of his good friends was looking for a serious relationship and that I would be a good match. So I agreed to go on a date. That person is now my husband. Before I went on a date, the friend said, "By the way, when you go on a date with my friend, don't mention that we used to hang out." I questioned why. He said it's just a guy thing. I said, "But you should have known about this beforehand. And to be honest, it's best I don't go on a date as I don't want to be involved in any drama." He said I was being dramatic and it's really nothing. So I went on the date. While my husband and I were dating, that friend would say things to my husband about me. That I am too flirty, I am really dolled up at work for guys, etc. At work, that friend would always ask me to hang out with him and offer lifts. I would decline. I also cut my friendship with him. I also told my boyfriend, husband-to-be, that I had hung out with his friend before I even knew about my husband. I told him this within 3 months of us being exclusive. My boyfriend accused me of having an affair. I said that wasn't the case, and I only kept quiet because his friend asked me to. But I only mentioned it as I like my life to be transparent. I genuinely saw that colleague as a platonic friend. I even said he could end the relationship if it was too much for him. He didn't end it. I eventually left that workplace. One day, my boyfriend finally confronted his friend about why he told me to stay quiet about us hanging out. His friend turned it on me and said it was because I tried to kiss him. I would put moves on him even while I was dating my boyfriend, and I invited him to my house and was keen to show him my bedroom. My boyfriend lost it and confronted me. I told him it was lies, and if that was the case, why was he setting us up? Why not say anything before? Anyway, my boyfriend put us on a 3-way call. I asked that colleague. He had no response and hung up. Later, he confessed to my boyfriend that he made it all up and he actually caught feelings for me. My boyfriend apologized to me, but at that point, I decided I wanted to end the relationship as it was too much for me. My boyfriend begged me not to end it. A few years later, we got married. 2 years later, my husband bumped into that friend and they talked. He told my husband that I have a split personality. My husband and I have been having personal issues, but now this has made things worse. My husband claims he believes too that I have a split personality. I got angry and told him to get his friend to find him another wife then, and to ensure he doesn't catch feelings this time. Not sure I should have said that, but I felt so hurt. Now for a few comments before the update. Comment 1. So let me get this straight. Your husband, 1, believes a known liar over you, presumably because you're a woman and the liar is a man. 2, thinks men and women can't be friends, meaning that the only value women have is intimacy. 3, wants you to be a traditional wife and is badgering you into working less, essentially to be an accessory to him rather than a person with a career and life in Tilling Mall. Just divorce him already. He's trash. Utter sexist trash. Comment 2. I think you went too far when you married the guy, but it's too late for that now. He either trusts you or he doesn't. It sounds to me like he's siding with a dozen. He'll probably flip-flop back to your position in time. The question is, do you really want to live like that? Now for the update. 3 days later, my husband and I had dinner at home. It was super quiet, like you could hear a pin drop. He started talking about how his friends said I had a split personality. I tried to laugh it off like, come on, it's just a joke, right? But he was dead serious. He wanted to talk about it, and I could tell he wasn't going to let it go. He even suggested we invite the friend over for a guy-to-guy talk. I was like, are you kidding me? but he was already setting up for the friend to come over the next Sunday. I just had a bad feeling in my gut. The day of the meeting, I cleaned the house like crazy. I got into every corner. My husband seemed oddly excited about the friend's arrival. Like, what is this? A party? The friend got there, and let me tell you, the vibe was so tense you could feel it in the air. My husband wasted no time and confronted the friend about his comments about me. The friend acted all chill, like he was just joking around. But my husband wasn't having it. He kept pushing for details about the split personality comment. The friend was stammering, trying to explain himself, but he couldn't really do it. My husband got more and more frustrated, saying the friend was a bad influence. The friend then had the nerve to bring up this time when I helped him out at work. My husband wanted to know why he needed my help if he was so capable. His tone changed, and he started questioning me. The friend tried to backtrack, saying he never meant to stir things up, but my husband snapped. He told the friend to stop making excuses. At that point, the friend was done. He stormed out, saying he didn't want to be part of our drama anymore. My husband slammed the door behind him, and wow, that left us in a heavy silence. He mentioned needing space and just stormed off to our bedroom. The next morning, he left for work without saying a word. I texted him later, trying to talk about what happened. The friend texted back, saying we shouldn't have to walk on eggshells around each other. My husband came home later, and he was acting all distant and cold. It was like living with a stranger. We had a family gathering later that week. The whole time, I was just trying to act normal, but it was hard with all the tension. My sister-in-law brought up the friend's recent visit, and my husband snapped. He said the friend wasn't welcome anymore, and I could feel everyone's eyes on us. The evening ended with an argument in the car on the way home. We pulled into the driveway, and it was silent. We were both clearly frustrated, but neither of us said a word. Edit. The following week was tough. We had a big argument, and my husband finally admitted he felt insecure about our relationship.